Everybody good now?
Can you hear me now?
Hi.
Oh my God. That was insane. I am so sorry for all of the things.
All good.
That was absolutely insane. It's always something. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I hurried home so I could make that introduction video. And I was like, they're going to be so excited. So there you go.
Sweet.
Love it.
So let's get right into it then, right?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So, everybody, I'm Gigi, if you don't know who I am, and or Sarah, head of Paranormal XL, which is the hub for the paranormal genre of the XL network, because we cover all the topics, hence the XL. But I'm going to start doing these when we are introducing new shows to the network. So these two have been super excited about this whole thing. So we are going to be announcing the newest show that'll be brought to the network, Empowered Transcendent Series. So, and welcome Nick and Bree. Yay!
Thank you.
Hello. Hi.
So, tell us all the things. What is the show premises first, I guess?
Don't look at me.
Uh, it's all the spooky stuff. No, I'm just kidding. So
Oh,
this is a series that kind of ties everything together for what Bree and I are doing, our intentions, our thought process,
hmm
our pathway going forward in the paranormal. And
okay.
our goal is to bring the light back into the darkness per se, and doing this, and it's is it a teaching format? Yes. Am I like some philosopher, expert, scientist? No. I
What
am
the
not.
hell? Get off the show. Get off the show.
I
Just kidding.
I build custom showers for a living. That's my expertise. But
I'm here for it.
my personal path this last decade here in the paranormal, um, has brought me down a path where there's a lot of rabbit holes, a lot of thinking,
hmm
trying to understand, trying to compartmentalize things, and it's just lead me to a whole lot of deep understanding of what is the actual afterlife, what is an actual spirit, what are we actually dealing with. We this is something that we're going to dive into a different topic every show, and we're really going to dive into it. And it could be as simple as understanding the spirit that's in your house, to understanding the religious aspect of the spiritual side, to some of the scientific stuff that scientists are breaking through. I
Right.
really want people to excuse me, kind of change their mindset a little bit
hmm
on what they're actually doing on their paranormal investigation, and maybe it'll help them. Maybe they'll
hmm
get a little bit more interaction, a little bit more closure. And this is let me just say, this is just my part of it.
Okay.
Bree's part of it is, she's going to be using her God given talent and gift. And this is something that eventually we want to get out to the masses. We want to hit the road. We want to bring it
hmm
to small towns. We want to bring it to your little theater, and have some fun with it. And it's not about, I guess, let me rephrase. It's not about teaching so much the people in the paranormal. It's the people not in the paranormal. Give them a little
Okay.
better understanding. Give them a little
Right.
bit an ease of thought process. Everybody is scared of death, but the death is inevitable. We're all going to die,
Yep.
So if you can understand that thought process of death and maybe put a little ease to it in your mind, and you'll, the rest of your days, you might live a little bit more enjoyable. So this
Hmm.
is what, I don't know, this is what we're thinking, and we're excited to team up with Sarah here in the Paranormal XL network. Uh, been friends with Sarah for a while. Bree's known her a lot longer than I have, and I just think it's a good fit, and we're excited to see where it goes.
Absolutely.
I was trying to share this out, but YouTube has since changed since I last moderated and would share stuff, so I'm kind of lost.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting my phone away. Now,
So great.
we
Yeah.
are extremely excited for this. This is, we always tell people to think outside the box, and I fully believe that this is one of the best ways of thinking outside of the box.
Hmm.
How can you teach others? And it's not even teaching; it's helping people have a better understanding.
Hmm.
Because I can't tell you how many times we've been at conventions and people have pulled us off to the side and been like, I've been wanting to ask this, but I'm kind of nervous because I think people are going to say stuff. And, you know,
Right.
what's your thought on this? Or what's your thought on that topic? Like, we get presented with a lot of different questions and
Yeah.
thought processes. And we are consistently encouraging everybody to think outside the box. Well, thinking outside the box means your thought process isn't going to always align with the masses. You're
Right.
definitely going to be taking the time to, whether it's you're reading a Bible or you're watching, a Warren movie, so to speak, or
Right.
you're buying a new piece of equipment, or you're reading one of the hundreds of thousands of paranormal books because everybody is an author, it seems, like they're writing their experiences, they're writing, their journeys, and I'll
Hmm.
be honest, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it because do you pursue what makes you happy? And if
Mhm.
writing a book makes you happy because you feel like it's
And
going to be
do
able to
it.
help somebody else, do it.
Hmm.
And, so people are reading books and they're watching shows. I mean, let's be honest, three-fourths of the field is in the field because of a TV show they watched.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I would go as far as venturing to say about 94% of the field is in the field because they've had a personal experience.
Yep.
Um,
I
there's
agree
about
with that. Yeah.
10% that are yearning for that experience. They want that experience so bad and they keep hunting for it, but they've become so consumed with the hunt that they've like desensitized themselves and they don't realize the experiences that they're walking through on a daily basis.
Right.
Spirit's doing everything but slapping them upside the head, saying, "I'm here, idiot."
They're
But
missing their opportunity to get the answers.
right, and so I love this because we're giving people a chance to not be embarrassed. We're giving them a chance to come and listen and ask questions. This is going to be
Hmm.
interactive where people can ask questions and you know people are going to be watching. And when we're able to get this on the road, people will be attending in person that have questions or, have always wondered, have always wanted to know. And we're going to be giving people a safe space of
Hmm.
knowledge. In all honesty, like we're not telling people this is how you should do it. We're
No.
telling people this, from what we've learned in all the years, this is what our understanding is, you
Right.
know.
Well, what
And
I see happening will be you guys uh, picking your topics to discuss and what have you, but then answering questions for people that didn't even know that they had a question about him. So they're like, oh yeah, that's what I see with people that will listen and watch you guys and such like that. I think that it's gonna, like you said, making them think outside the box, listening to you guys talking outside of the box per se will trigger that. So
Right.
I hope that makes sense. It makes sense
Yeah.
up
I
here.
mean, that's kind of the premise behind it. Yes, I'm going to spit out a lot of unusual stuff, and a lot of stuff that goes against the grain. Okay.
Hmm.
But it's not like I'm saying this is 100% right. You need to follow this, blah, blah, blah. No,
Right.
every individual has their path, their journey, their faith. This
Yeah.
is more if I can open your mind to this thought process,
Hmm.
really think about it instead of walking around like this, almost
Yep.
tunnel vision. Open it up so you see the full picture. You know,
Right.
just understanding things on a different, more spiritual aspect, I should say. Um,
Oh, absolutely.
that would probably be really the mindset, and then once we go on the road with this, uh people will get the opportunity to partake in a gallery reading, to see what the spirit brings to Bree during this little presentation. And we've done it once,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and it was very successful.
Good.
And we were hired by somebody to do it for their
Mhm.
company. So
Okay.
it wasn't in a room full of like-minded individuals like us, where we already kind of believe we already are on that path. These are
Right.
people that were just a little bit curious about it enough to go and to
Hmm.
hear something about it. And
Right.
it was, again, it that itself was difficult, but being for the first one, coming out the other end after the whole presentation, we were able to do a little ghost hunt with them and talk to them one on one, and a lot more came out because you think about it, you're sitting in an audience and somebody's standing up there and they're literally reading you like a book,
Right.
and you're looking around, you're like, I don't want to raise my hand. No, I don't want to. I
Hmm.
don't want that embarrassing feeling. So, I mean, a lot
Right.
of them came to us, and especially Bree after the show privately, like, "Yo, you literally described me from here to here," or "Yo,
Hmm.
you described me and my situation 10 years ago. How the hell would you
Right.
know that?" You know,
Right.
so we got a lot of fulfillment from that
Hmm.
experience, and we wanted to move forward. We didn't really know what fashion, so we really talked about it for a little bit, and we sat down and we were like, well, what if we started some type of podcast format to get people to understand a little bit and get it out there. And then again, teaming up with you, Sarah, just seems like a good fit, and we're super excited about it.
Yeah. I mean, because I was going live every Wednesday, and it got to the point where Nick would sit with me on the Wednesdays. And one night we started talking about, what was it, frequency and vibrations. And it was like, because I would go live on Facebook on the computer, TikTok on my phone, and TikTok
Right.
just blew up. Mass
Hmm.
people just jumping in, asking questions. And it became like this huge interactive. I think we did that for over 2 hours because
Oh
of
my
the
goodness.
response to it.
Yeah.
And so many people were like, you need to have a podcast. You need to do this. And we're like, no, we're trying to figure it out. Like we know, like,
Right.
you guys are giving us validation though, so thank you. But it was a really exciting, experience to see how well received it was in such a public, not an event space, but a public space. Because
Right. Well, outside of our paranormal people that we're used to seeing, it was like as a whole, like
yeah.
that had to feel so good. Like you just said, the validation from that is awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, people were like, "Man, we wish we could call in. If there was a way to call in, we wish we could call in and talk to you." And it was really cool because like he's answering questions, and as he's answering questions, like I was having spirit come to me about some people that were in the chat, and
Right.
I was relaying messages, and I'm looking in the corner of my eye, or out of the corner of my eye, and like I'm seeing people saying, "That's me, that's me, that's me," and if I look at my gift as a gift, and I believe that it's
Hmm.
divine. It comes from above, and if I'm able to give somebody that little bit of hope, that little bit of encouragement to keep pushing through the situation they're in the middle of, so that way they can come out on the other side and live in victory, not as a victim, and give testimony to what happens when you persevere. Then I know I've done my job.
Right. Exactly. And that's fulfillment for you. For you.
And I know a lot of, I mean, especially in the community, and a lot of people know Bree and I were huge advocates of safety,
Hmm.
obviously common sense, truth above all. This is, and they were used to tea with Bree. This is not that format. Like, we're still
That was
advocates.
fun.
We're still advocates for it. We're still speaking out, but this is just a
Absolutely.
different direction we want to go. We want to focus more on the positive side, bring
Hmm.
more light to the darkness, and I think, I mean, at the end of the day, I hope it's perceived well, not in a negative fashion. Like, these
Right.
these fucking guys are trying to tell me how to ghost hunt.
Oh, you'll get a couple of those.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
So
I'm
sure. I'm
sure.
sure.
so are you guys seeing the comments when they come up when I share them?
Yes.
Okay, so here's one.
I saw that on the side, and I had to cover my mouth. I don't know if you noticed that.
So,
Well,
okay,
that's
but can I speak on this?
absolutely.
So, we will dive into just that. Can you put that back up there so I can read it?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
So I pray that all here know Jesus and you don't invite him into your heart and turn to sin.
If you don't invite him,
Oh,
if you
so
don't, punctuation, just so you know, share bear, punctuation is huge, comma. If you don't, comma, invite him into your heart.
okay. So let me talk about. So we will dive into this. We were going to dive into the religious aspect. We're going to
Yeah.
dive
Hmm.
in. We are going to talk about God. We're going to talk about Jesus. We're going to talk about different religions. We're going to, and the aspects of all that. Um, and I both of us, you could ask both of us. We both accept Jesus in our hearts. I just have
Absolutely.
I have a different mindset on how everything went down, and I will
Hmm.
explain that in the series when we get to that point. We both have a very religious background.
Hmm.
I was born and raised Roman Catholic Church. I was an altar boy, the whole 9 yards. Baptized, Eucharist, confirmation, the whole 9 yards. Um, but you get older and your mind expands and you have more questions. And when you
Hmm.
go back to that church where they should be open minded to receive those questions and give you honest answers, and they don't, that's an issue. And
Yep.
again, we'll talk about that in this series as well. But
Hmm.
I have no qualms with somebody saying that. That is their
Well, I
belief.
don't either. I wanted to bring that up only because we actually just had this conversation in my household like 20 minutes before getting on here.
Yeah.
So we have Mormons that come around. I invite them into the house every time. I have a Ouija board coffee table, a, a creepy house with all of our creepy fun things in it, right? Serial killer memorabilia, skulls, everything else. All fun. But you guys know me. And I try to be, I, I'm super kind. I'm like, oh my gosh, come in. And they come back and they love coming here
Good.
because we talk to them and they're like, well, what is your religious belief? I said, well, I am Wiccan. And they actually stopped by on my birthday, which is April 22nd. And they're like, oh, Earth Day. And I said, yeah, Earth Day is correct. I said, I'm very much one with the universe. I'm an Earth Day baby and I'm Wiccan. And I invite them in and they talk to me and then they ask me questions about being Wiccan and ghost hunting and everything else. And they were so open minded and so kind.
Hmm.
And I'm like, yes, come back whenever you guys want. So I was scrolling on the Facebooks before getting on here, and people in the community were complaining about these young men knocking on their door, saying,
Hmm.
I called the cops, I did. Go answer the door. They are some of the kindest people I have ever met in my life. And there's so much hatred out there for people that came out wrong. That that there's like an over preaching. obviously, because we get that doing
Yep.
what we do. But they're just so not that way. I think the Mormons got a bad rap. I'm putting myself all out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to just humanity. It doesn't matter
Agree.
what the message is. If you're able to just sit back and listen to their message, you don't have to agree with it,
Oh,
you know.
absolutely.
But there's there's no reason for you to just automatically be judgmental and pissy towards the person because they're a different religion and they really believe
Right.
in the religion so much that they want to spread the word about their
Hmm.
religion, you know. But what's great about that is you say you let them in and you
Hmm.
have all this paranormal decor and they don't shun.
No.
So it's an open, you know, what's the word? Reciprocated, you know,
Yeah, they were
interaction.
very open. Yes, and they were welcoming. So I'm like, all day long, come in. I will come to your church. I will, if you guys are accepting, like you guys walked in and you guys felt safe in my home because I made you personally feel that way and I greeted you with a smile. And yes, please tell me about your Bible. I want to learn more. And we agreed at the end of the three times that they were here that, I'm not going to jump on that ship. They're not going to jump on my ship. However, we both left that with a better understanding and better knowledge and respect for each other's religions. The biggest thing is that we had faith.
Yeah, yeah. I'm long. I mean, we've talked about this all the time, and I kind of
Hmm.
said this to Bree a couple years ago. You know, when she was asking me about all the residential cases I used to do,
Hmm.
and my thought process instantly when I got into it is I can't go in to somebody's home thumping on them with my beliefs. I need to understand their beliefs and their mindset so I can get to their level to
Hmm.
understand what's going on in their home.
Right,
So
exactly.
that took me down a journey where I needed to understand so many different religions and what their thought process is and their beliefs
Hmm.
just just so I could do my job into helping people. Um, but again, at the end of the day, I mean, it, it don't have to be anything. You can be talking about whatever. You know, it's called a conversation. You both bring both sides. You talk about each other's sides and this or that. You know, as long as you can get up respectively, like, hey, I respect you as a human being. Thank you for having the conversation, and you move on. You don't necessarily be like, oh, well, you don't change my thought process. I'm a Mormon now. After
Right, right,
you know what I mean?
exactly. I just, I find all religions so fascinating, and I would love to have time to learn them all, and I don't, obviously. But to learn enough to get the respect from it
Yeah.
is the big
Good
thing
old
on that.
good old comments on YouTube. You never
Oh
know
my
what you're
God,
gonna.
dude, what is that?
I
It is
know
crazy,
my
right?
hold on. I know I need to trim my ends a little bit. I don't have any scissors, or I would do it now.
I'm gonna start calling you Princess David.
And I'm like, what the hell? I'm gonna post it so everybody can see.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming they're talking about me. They said princess.
He is a diva.
Yes, the diva. This is fantastic. Sometime we need to just come live and talk about whatever and F all and just see what kind of comments we get. Or just sit here quietly
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
tear apart the comments. Like what? Oh, I love the interweb. Anyway, we are so excited to have you guys along on this paranormal fun with us with the Paranormal XL and the XL network as a whole. Um, and I'm super excited to see where this all goes.
Yeah. I mean, we. I've always been the type of person that's been against the grain. So I'm the same person now that I'm in the paranormal, and now that I
Hmm.
have somebody with me that's very like minded, and she puts up with my farts and all that stuff, and she loves me, so it's all good.
And
Makes
she
it a little
still
fun.
loves me. Right. Well, no, so this is something that you guys are going to be coming, obviously, to the Blood Moon Parafest for,
Mhm.
um, and discussing this whole series, right?
Yeah, whatever the boss
I'm
lady
like,
says she wants us to do.
Yep.
and she's mean. Wait a
I mean, what
minute.
would be cool is, but I don't know if we would have the time, but if we were able to give a speech and then, like Nick could do the talk and I I do the gallery reading along with it. But I do my gallery reading so differently. It's very unique. It's not. I don't. I don't want to say it out loud because I really. The last time I said something out loud about how I do something with my gifts, I turned around and watched a couple people walk away with it
Yeah.
and try to run it as theirs. So it's my baby. I'm still
Nope,
perfecting it,
I get it.
but like it's kind of like my hook. I like to
Hmm.
tell people, you know, come experience it because you think you've seen it all when it comes to gallery readings, and I can guarantee you haven't seen done what I can do.
Yeah.
What I do is such it's nothing but it has to be nothing but gift. I'm not asking
Hmm.
questions. I'm just speak.
Right.
I end up going with exactly what I see and what I hear, and I don't
Yeah,
want
I'm
to.
not one for asking the questions either. Just kind of going with what's coming to you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, now when
That's.
I'm giving a private reading, I'll
Hmm.
tell them what I see and what I hear, and if it doesn't make sense, I'll be like, "Look, I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting. It doesn't make any sense, so I do have a couple questions, so I can try to understand this a little bit better
Mm.
Right.
because I can't make heads or tails, and I know it's not my puzzle piece; it's yours. But my
Right.
brain is so confused right now,
Yeah, so
and they respect that.
Suffering.
the
Yes.
big misconception when people reach out to people like Bree to get a personal reading is Bree has no idea your backstory or this or that. Even if
Hmm.
even if she does happen to know the person, there's so many messages come in from spirit. She doesn't know if it applies to you now or if it did or if it's going to in 5 years.
Hmm.
You need to like understand that and just take that down. Take that mental note. And
Yep.
what Bree does for her clients at the end, I won't say what she does, but they're able to look back at it,
Yes.
and at some point they're going to come across said scenario or whatever it is, and they're going to have that aha moment. Now that does
Yep.
not mean that you need to do what Bree says, because there's free will involved, but it helps guide you along the way. Okay, I'm at this scenario. Let me look at it at all angles. Which direction should I go? It's
Yep.
suggested this way, but maybe I feel in my gut that I need to go this way. There's nothing wrong with
Yep.
that.
Right.
Yeah, like I mean, and I've recently had a couple people where they paid for like what was it like 3 or 4 different readings that they paid for, and stuff came through, and I'm very careful when it involves certain things because in no way do I want it to come back on me legally. So I'm
Right.
very careful with how I word it. Um, and but there were specific things that were coming through on how things like should not be done. Very
Hmm.
strongly should not be done.
Yeah.
And they turned around and they did exactly what should not be done. And then it's like, so the stuff that I said would happen if they did the stuff,
Right.
they're now walking it out right now. And it's like, it breaks my heart because it's like, it was their loved ones that came
Hmm.
through, and they were like begging them and pleading them. And it's like, and I've had that happen a few times. And then you sit back and they reach out and they're like, man, I didn't listen. Or I'm going through X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, so do you still have what I gave you? Yeah. Have you read it back yet? No, let me go look at it. And then they'll be like, I'm sorry. And it's like, don't apologize to me.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that's when you got to detach yourself, because I've had a couple of clients where they get, or repeated clients, and I know that you have them too. So you feel like you're helping them and everything, but that's where you almost got to detach yourself, because then you start feeling guilty and carrying that guilt on. And we're just like the messengers. So it's like, and I
yeah,
feel bad that, so I know you're one of those people that will take that
you know how I
that,
am.
that, that
You know how
guilt.
I am
Yeah.
very well. I
And,
carry
and
it.
I've had to teach myself, okay, that is, I gave the message and that is it. Even
Yeah.
though these clients have essentially turned into friends, or what have you, it's the detachment part. And
Yeah, I
like
mean,
Nick said, sorry.
no, you're fine. I mean, this is another topic that we'll hit in this series on understanding communicating from spirit, especially your spirit guides. Because again, a lot of people reach out to mediums because they're stuck on something, they want some or validation, and they take what the mediums say and like it's written in concrete. The problem is, like, for example, if a lady reached out to Bree and was like, I'm waiting for my love of my life. And
Hmm.
Bree goes, well, Spirit is showing me, a tall gentleman, 6'2", medium build, s- short beard, blonde hair. Okay. That's what Spirit is showing her. The problem is, at that time of that reading, yes, on that pathway, that's who the person she's supposed to be with. Okay.
Right.
The problem is, now that woman is going to disregard every man until she finds that dude that's 6'2" with blonde hair and a short beard. And then when she
Yep.
sees him, she's going to automatically assume that this is her
He's
soulmate.
the one. Hmm.
And he might not be, but the biggest factors that they don't understand is between the time of the reading to the time she met that person, she could have herself changed her pathway 10 times.
Hmm.
And that person is no
Exactly.
longer in play on that timeline that person is on.
It's
Hmm.
like, I'll be honest. I've had people reach out to me and they want, that they're going for their reading. And, there's a reason I call myself the self help medium. I go with whatever spirit's given me that you need help working through, moving around, healing from something upcoming that you're getting ready to go through that you need help with, right? And that's when your friends and your family appear to me. And I've had people, Bree, I'm looking for the love of my life. And it's like, I will see glimpses. And I'm like,
Hmm.
look, I see who you're supposed to be with. And I can tell you what they look like. And I can tell you where you're probably going to meet them at. But I took away your free will if I do that.
Yep.
Right.
And I
Yep.
refuse to mess with anybody's free will. I've had 2 people get mad at me, and I had one respect me to the point she now sees me every 3 months on the dot.
And
And I,
that's the one you want to keep.
yeah, and it's like, I mean, I've tried to explain to people, you have to understand when it's not just you, but other people are involved, you have free will at play. So I can sit
Yeah.
here and say, this is what I see happening. But guess what? If the other people involved in the scenario, they change their mind at any point in time, everything I just saw shatters. It changes.
Yep.
It redirects. It's not what I thought it was going to be. It's not how it was presented to me.
Hmm.
So like the one girl, when she was looking, I'm looking. I was like, look, this is going to be work related. And I left it at that. And with what she does for work, she comes into so many different people, contact with them. She works in the medical field. I
Right.
was able to say this is work related because she had no clue. Is this going to be a patient, a janitor, a doctor, a nurse, a lunch lady? Like she had no
Right.
clue. It left it so wide open ended. Now, if it was somebody where they had like a private practice, and there was only 5 people in the office, I would be like, look, in the next 1 to 2 years, focus on you because I see that person ushering in if you do what you're supposed to do. And I always
Right.
make sure I clarify if you do what you're supposed to do. Because guess what? I can hand you everything. I can give you the keys to the castle. But if you are not responsible with that key isn't going to work.
Right.
Yeah. The other thing is people, they reach out to mediums, or they go to therapy, or
Hmm.
uh, like community counseling sessions. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
like AA type things, just
Yep. Yep.
to get clarity in their own life, where if they
Yep.
would just
Exactly.
be honest with themselves and look at themselves in the mirror. What do you truly want? Okay, you have the opportunity now to just focus on you and become truly happy with yourself. And I promise you,
Hmm.
you do that. By the time that happens, and that person walks through the door, you're going to be ready, and your true self is going to know. You're going to know. You're not
And
going to
listen
doubt
to it. Listen to yourself.
because you're happy. You're happy with
Hmm.
yourself. You're grounded on 2 feet. It's not going to bother you. Even if you get into a relationship with that next person and it ends up not working out, you're going to be okay because you're happy with yourself. You set
Yep.
yourself up for success. You've done all the things
Exactly.
personally first before jumping in, because I'm sorry, there's not a person on the planet that you can get in a relationship with that's going to make everything go away and make you happy about yourself and love yourself. You have to do that for yourself.
That you do. Lesson learned.
It is a hard lesson to learn, and everybody sitting at this table or this little StreamYard thing.
We know.
Yeah.
We know. But yes, so wrapping back around to the original is why I love us. um, yeah, we're super excited about the Empowered Transcendent series that will be coming next month.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Um, did we anyway? Um, yeah, I'm super excited about it. Sorry, guys, it's like the end of the day and it's Tuesday. Brain is melting.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that, brother.
Okay.
'Cause I got all sorts of confused this morning at work, and it is Tuesday. Big bummer. But yeah, so everybody be looking out. And also, if you guys watching don't know, these two own the State House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Probably should, I don't know, book an investigation there
You
because
probably
it's an
should.
amazing place.
Yeah,
I think you should.
totally.
It's the second
I
Monday. It's
Yeah.
January 53rd. I don't know.
it is. It
Our
definitely is
locations
that.
are actually opening back up in April. Right now, we're booked solid
Okay.
until April. So starting
Okay.
first, April 3rd, I believe, is the first Friday, and that's Saturday. Like everything after that is wide open for April. So
Okay.
we're going to start pushing promotion on that here soon, but that doesn't mean people can't book it now. You book it
Yeah,
now
do it now.
from having to add stuff to a calendar.
Yeah. Help her out, guys. Come on. It's an amazing location.
Yeah, if you want to book it, just send a message to the State House Facebook page. You're going to go and look up the State House in Fort Wayne, Indiana,
Mhm.
and just send us a message on the page for asking for any information. If you want to reserve an investigation, please give me a wide range of dates that you're looking for because I can't always guarantee that the dates will be available. So make sure that you've got a first pick, a second pick, and a third pick just to make sure if if I'm looking at the calendar and number one's gone, I can at least come back and be like, I can definitely book you here. It keeps you happy, which makes me happy.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a website. We do everything old school. We like it that way, and we want to we want to know every single person that's walking in on our property. This isn't about money, so
It's a great
Yeah,
property.
this is
So you're missing
family-
out if you haven't gone there.
yeah, this is a family-run location. I know a lot of people, get kind of weirded out by the fact that when you book a reservation, we ask for all names up front. There's legal liabilities involved. We need to make sure that you are protected first and foremost. We
Yeah.
also need to make sure we're protected too, but we want to make sure that you're taken care of. And then on top of it, it is family run. We need to make sure that if Nick and I aren't there to let a team in and it has to be one of our children or mom who still owns the property, we need to know who's going to be with them.
Yeah.
Lord forbid if something were to happen, we know who was where, and we can make sure that everybody's taken care of the way that they need to be.
All the fun stuff. Yes.
All the
all
fun
the fun
stuff.
stuff. Yep.
But yes, definitely look into it. You guys that have not been there, or if you have been there and want to go back, head over. Just make it after April 5th, and everything will be good.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a lot of people already this year have already returned from last year. Some
That's
people
awesome.
return multiple times. They love it there. It's a unique place. It really is.
Hmm.
It's a house. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just a house.
It's a
But
house. But if you love it, it
However,
loves you back.
it's a house, but because it's a house, it's going to make you have to think outside of the box.
what she said.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to
All
have to
right,
think
guys.
in a completely different direction because it's not like
Yeah.
in the other places that you can pay to play at in the paranormal.
That's true. That is true. So, do you guys have any ending thoughts that you would like to
Uh,
share?
well, if you are interested in winning a lot of different paranormal investigations from some of your favorite places around the country, or some wonderful baskets for a great cause for a friend of ours, this
Yeah.
Saturday night, we will be live on our socials doing an online raffle to raise money for a good friend of ours, Tim Coomer, who is recovering from a stroke. And it's as simple as get on, you get on the live, and you're like, look, I want to purchase 20 tickets. They're $1 a ticket. Once the money is transferred, we'll give you a number. And on 20 tickets, we'll put your number down. So if you're number 33, 20 tickets will have 33. You tell us what bowls or things you want them to put in. We'll put them in. And at the end of the night, online, live, we will draw all the winners. Um, we have so many wonderful things from a lot of wonderful people that have donated that didn't have to.
Mhm.
Um, I think we have, what, 12 locations? 10, 12?
10 or
That is
12
so awesome.
We've got, hold on, I got to count the baskets. We actually have baskets all around the office right now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 9 baskets.
We'll probably have about 20 to 30 things that we will be raffling off Saturday night.
We even have
Hmm.
gift certificates to get tattoos.
Oh my
We
God.
have
I want all the tickets.
$200 in gift certificates to go towards getting a tattoo.
That's so weird. I win them all. It's so weird.
And again,
I see it now.
this is to help support a good man in the community, for him and
Hmm.
his family while he recovers. 1,000% of the proceeds are going right to his family
Mm-hmm.
immediately after the drawing. Um, this is taking place at the Lake County Jail, the old Crown Point Jail where John Dillinger broke out of in Crown Point, Indiana. If you are in the area and you want to come, I think it's $25 for a ticket, and you can go do the T Dog Challenge or investigate. And
6 p.m. to 11 p.m.
6 p.m. to 11 p.m. That all that money right there, as well as going to the Coomer family. So, or if you just want to donate in general, like I don't want to win a free investigation, I just want to donate. You can do that too.
Mhm.
Yes.
So we're just trying to help out a good friend. He's a great man in the community. He's everything you should want. It's somebody to act like in the community. He gives
Mhm.
back. He does
Absolutely.
charitable work. He fundraisers all across the country. So never in the mix of drama. He stays away from it. And he's just an
Yeah, he
overall
does.
great guy. And we just want to help him and his family in his time of need.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, kudos to you guys for putting all that together and everything. It all came together so fast, and it was so wonderful and heart-filling to see the community just not even blink an eye. They're just like, boom, in your guys' inbox. This. And
We've
it
had
was
to
so
make many
neat to
road
see.
trips just to pick shit up.
Oh, I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. We've made a few, and I mean, but it's nice because we got to catch up with people. We got to see
Mhm.
friends, and
absolutely.
like even making new friendships along the
Hmm.
way through this. So
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
personally fulfilling for both of us.
Yep, there's always a silver lining to things. And I know he is probably so appreciative of you guys, and it's awesome watching you guys do this. So thank you from me, Ethan. So
But
I've enjoyed watching you guys put all this together and everything. So
it's the paranormal does not have to be a pissing contest. We can all
no.
win, and we can all win and support each other. We're all
Facts.
we're all doing things a little bit different, and we're all just trying to make a name and make our mark and just leave some type of legacy in this crazy planet. And
Hmm.
if you could just understand that and just be nice and helpful to each other, and support,
No, exactly. Because
and
we're all after answers.
it goes a long way. It goes a long fucking way, and it's a lot
That
better
it
than dealing
does.
with drama. So
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Well, on that note, guys, it was wonderful, and we look forward to all the things. And again, Saturday, go to their page and watch the live, and give them all your money, and you can get tattoos and and just win. Tattoos is what stuck with me.
we've
You can
we've
win
got
all the
baskets,
things.
we've got paintings, we've got metaphysical stuff, the tattoos, we've got X amount of locations, we've got
It's
equipment,
so awesome.
um, plethora of different stuff. Whatever wets your whistle, I guess. I'm pretty sure we'll have it for right
There's
now.
something for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So Saturday, make sure to go to their page and check that all out. So on that, we will be bringing Empowered Transcendent Series to the network next month. And my sign off is remember, don't yuck someone else's yum ever.